Hey there, and welcome to this session on AWS Free Tier and cost considerations. In this lecture, we're going to dive into 1. Understanding AWS pricing, 2. The AWS Free Tier, 3. How to avoid unexpected charges, 4. Best practices for staying within your free tier limits. By the end of this session, you'll have a clear understanding of how to use AWS smartly and cost-effectively. One of the first things you need to understand as a beginner in AWS is how AWS pricing works and how to avoid unexpected charges. The good news is that AWS offers a free tier to help you explore and practice with many services without paying anything upfront. But here's the catch: not everything is free, and some services can generate costs if you're not paying attention. Let's break it down step by step so you can use AWS smartly and cost-effectively. Understanding AWS pricing. AWS follows a pay-as-you-go model. This means you only pay for what you use. There's no long-term commitment, and you can stop using services whenever you want. However, you can reduce costs by taking advantage of the free tier, using savings plans and reserved instances for long-term discounts, and ensuring that you only use what you actually need. Now let's talk about AWS Free Tier and what you get for free. AWS Free Tier. AWS offers a free tier to help you get started, and it has 3 types of free offers. The first one is the always free category. Some services are free forever within certain limits. For example, AWS Lambda allows you to make up to 1 million free requests per month, and DynamoDB gives you 25 GB of free storage at no cost. Next, there's the 12-month free tier. When you create a new AWS account, you get 12 months of free access to certain services. This includes up to 750 hours per month of a T2.micro or T3.micro EC2 instance, 5 GB of free Amazon S3 storage, and 750 hours per month of RDS usage. If you stay within these limits, you won't be charged during your first year. Finally, there are free trials for some services. For example, Amazon Redshift offers a 2-month free trial. While the free tier is great, it's important to remember that if you go beyond the free limits, AWS will charge you. So let's go over some key cost considerations to help you stay within budget. Avoiding unexpected AWS charges. Even with the free tier, certain things can still generate costs if you're not careful. One of the most common mistakes is exceeding free tier limits. For example, the 750 hours of free EC2 usage per month applies only to the T2.micro or T3.micro instance types. If you choose a different instance type, you'll be charged. Similarly, Amazon S3 provides 5 GB of free storage, but if you store more than that, you'll start paying for the extra storage. And remember, the free tier only lasts 12 months. After that, the same services will be billed at standard rates. Another key cost consideration is data transfer. While AWS doesn't charge for inbound traffic, meaning data coming into AWS, it does charge for outbound traffic, which is data leaving AWS. For example, if you host a website on EC2 and it gets a lot of visitors, you could incur unexpected charges for data transfer. It's also important to remember that even idle resources can cost you money. If you stop an EC2 instance but don't delete its attached EBS volume, you'll still be charged for storage. The same goes for elastic IPs, which are free only when attached to a running instance. If you have an unused elastic IP, AWS charges you for it. How to stay within the free tier and manage costs. So how do you avoid unexpected charges and make the most of the AWS free tier? First, AWS provides a free tier usage dashboard that helps you track your usage. If you're close to exceeding the limits, AWS will notify you. Second, you can set up billing alerts using AWS budgets. This allows you to define a spending limit, and AWS will send you an alert if your costs are approaching that limit. It's also a good practice to regularly check your AWS resources. Make sure to stop and delete any unused EC2 instances, remove unattached EBS volumes, and release any elastic IPs that you no longer need. Finally, you can use AWS Cost Explorer to analyze your spending trends and see which services are generating the most costs. AWS gives you a lot of free services, but it's up to you to stay within the limits. By using the free tier wisely, keeping track of your resources, and setting up billing alerts, you can avoid unnecessary costs and enjoy learning AWS without worrying about surprise charges. I hope you liked it. and I will see you in the next lecture.